Dorset section of the Vintage Motorcycle Club assemble at Lidlinch for the final run of 1994, to be followed by a Christmas celebration of the year's events.
You haven't cleaned it after last week, have you?
Why not?
Didn't seem worthwhile, did it?
That's a touch of Quantox.
I'm in competition with Dave Burke. Where's he take?
He's not
The
here.
most rideable bike. He don't have any.
Well, in that case, you can go across there and get you where you gotta go.
Oh, they're in there. Oh, well,
Oh, I know that. Reincarnation.
Say, 1958. Gold Flash. Was he here?
Don't be a start.
This short run takes the riders to King's Mill and on to Marnhull and Henstridge, then finally returning to Lidlinch. King's Mill on the banks of the River Stour is a water-driven flour mill, currently being restored to its former glory.
A smart chap got to be filmed, so
The mill was last restored around 1820, but there are records of a mill being on this site for more than 700 years.
So we actually tried to guess at this.
Wanna have a go?
That's a bit dodgy. I think you better wash your hair. I don't think you would hectic a couple of weeks, so are you?
Do you want to take a picture of that car? Come down, will you?
Yeah.
That tightens the chain up, though. And then when you want to stop, of course the weights will be on here. I can't do it that way. The weights will be on here, only you've actually come off. The string broke. It's down there. Yeah, counterbalance, yeah. Just
Of course, everything had to come up in bags, didn't it?
Oh yeah, that used to flop through, look. Come on, flop through, and then down. Down my own, down at Savin Mill, the young lad, the miller's son, was down there and he had the actual chain around his leg and he didn't know it. And he pulled the string, you see. And of course he tipped off, he couldn't grab the down one at all. And he was going up through, and he went up through the 2 stories. He was just going to go over that like that would be the cog, you know. And his father heard him shouting, and he was down charging accumulators at the time, like, you know. His father was. He rushed in and just managed to pull the string down and let him down on the top floor. Like.
Oh.
Yeah.
That was
He was very, very lucky. Screaming his head off, he reckon.
Did it?
This was done up in 1820. If you look at where the sluice gates is, if you look up down on stone down the bottom there, as you walk over the bridge and look down there, you'll see 1820. Got a C with a line on, which means roundabout.
Circa.
Yes.
Yeah, circa.
Yes.
Yeah. Otherwise it's just a dodo.
Mike's Bikes at Henstridge is an Aladdin's cave for vintage motorcycle enthusiasts.
Blimey. You know what? I was going to be evacuated, or I was going to go to Canada.
Would you bring a smile to your face, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
After thoroughly investigating the contents of the stores at Mike's, the riders leave to return to Lidlinch. Before the meal, money raised by the VMCC throughout the year is presented in support of leukemia research.
Well, this year the Dorset section are again supporting the leukemia research, Leukemia Busters research, and the presentation is in memory of Paul and Denise's daughter Tracy, and we are privileged again to have Dr. and Mrs. Flavel with us, who will accept the presentation on behalf of Leukemia Busters. Dr. Flavel.
Ladies and gentlemen, once again it's a great pleasure to be here. It hardly seems like a year. We were just talking in the car coming up that a year's gone by again. And for us it's been a year of enormous progress. And I guess the time has gone for us particularly quickly because so much has actually happened since I stood here a year ago. The clinical trial, which I told you about last year, is now open and patients are coming into it at the Royal Southampton Hospital. There have been a few small hiccups with it, but they are only very small hiccups. But the important thing is now it's officially open. And this wonderful contribution yet again, which, as was already stated, is in memory of Tracy, we all remember and love dearly, I'm sure. We'll go into that clinical trial work. It's the first clinical trial of its type in the UK. We're very proud to say that we've done it on the back of money raised by people like yourselves. Every penny that's raised is important. And every penny that's raised goes directly into research and not into administration. We have virtually zero overhead costs on the charity. Because we are a small charity, we can afford to do that. So you can be assured that every red cent that's in here is going only to where it's needed, to the work itself. It's a very exciting time for us because we're moving ahead rather quickly, but not as quickly as we would like, perhaps. These things take time. And I'm always being asked the question, how's the trial going? Is there any progress? Well, yes, there is progress, but it's going to be quite a number of years before we can say with any certainty that the actual treatment we have in place is of real benefit. It isn't a quick process. Nothing in this field is quick. I only wish we could speed it up to 10, 100 times quicker than it actually is. But alas, that is not to be the case if we're to do it properly. So I'm delighted once again to be here. I'm delighted to be able to tell you that we have made substantial progress. Much has happened during the year. Not just with the trial, but also with the experimental work we've carried out, which has led to some very exciting results, which we hope to put into practical use over the next 2 to 3 years. And as I said, it's largely, if not entirely, because of people like you that this is actually happening. And I say a thank you to you from the bottom of my heart, and I'm sure from the bottom of the hearts of all the patients who one day will eventually benefit from this. So I'd like to finish by saying this money will go down our book as being dedicated entirely to Tracy's memory. Thank you very much indeed for these.
This is like a preliminary one. They got it in before. Sorry, I'll need this.
In fact, originally, if you were trying to vote for the chairs, you had right to the width of it, it was a bit narrow, you were wrong with it.
Until the rest of them come out, especially half our number in the six. But all the green.
They want to show you, lucky. Not many pictures of ourselves. Thank you.
welcome our friends and guests from adjacent sections, Somerset and Stonehenge, and Alan from Southampton, various other friends who regularly support us. We are very pleased to see you come along. We always have a happy time with you. We always have a happy time with ourselves, I hope. We've had a reasonably good year this year. Not too many problems, inevitable problems, but I think everybody has problems in this type of organisation. I would like to thank the various committee members and the various run organisers for putting on our events without a great deal of trouble and without any serious mishaps. I think the section's had quite a good year really, and as I say, I would like to thank everybody who has contributed in any way to the section's well-being during the past 12 months. Coming to today, I must offer the section's sincere thanks to the ladies and our workers in the kitchen. I trust you have all enjoyed the meal. We're now going to have our coffee break as it is. We have an excellent draw laid on which Sandra has organised and will now, or in a few seconds, get underway. And to the committee, I must remind them that it was passed in committee that the gentlemen members of the committee would attend the chores in the kitchen in a few moments to give the ladies the respite from the work that they've been doing. Well, as the chairman, I would thank you all for your attendance. I would thank you all for your efforts during the past year, and I sincerely hope you've enjoyed yourselves today. Thank you very much. Something's just been given to me. It's a bit of a rarity, actually. It is the #1 edition of the Classic Bike magazine. I know that this is being donated by Mr. Plummer in aid of the section funds. It is the #1 edition of Classic Bike, and we are going to auction it off in aid of our charity, Leukemia Busters. And Mr. Bogenheiser has kindly agreed to auction it off. Thank you very much.
Right, ladies and gentlemen, this particular issue was read himself by Mike Hillwood personally. I know that for a fact. Fortune. Absolute fortune. It's mint-ish. All you ace restorers will produce it to a brand new condition. Now, come on, this is for Leukemia Busters. This is going to be a nice little start to the fund for the coming year. Who'll start me on a fiver? Come on. What's worth a fiver? Thank you. Fiver here. £5.50. Who's give me £5.50? Thank you very much, sir. £5.50. £6. Who'll give me £6? £6 here. £6.50. Anyone? Thank you. £6.50. £7. Must have a 7 from somewhere. Thank you. £7.50. Who'll give me £7.50? £7.50. It's slowing down, isn't it? £7.50. Yes. Thank you. £7.50. £8. Who'll give me £8? £8. Anyone going to give me £8? The sinister-looking gentleman on my left is going to give me £8. Who's going to give me £8.50? £8.50. Come on, folks. £8.50. Come on. £8.50. Who's going to give me £8.50 for this wonderful example of this wonderful magazine? The Big Squeeze. That's what this is. Come on. Who's going to give me £8? Thank you, sir. £8. £8.50. Do I hear £8.50 from the... Right, sir. It's all right. Charlotte, would you just talk amongst yourself, please, for a moment? £8.50. Come on, I want 9 now. I want 9 from somebody. £9. Must be worth a fortune. 9. Thank you, sir. £9.50. Nod if you give him £9.50. Nod. £9.50. How do you pounds on £9.50? 10. Someone give me 10. Thank you. 10. £10.50 then. £10.50. Let's have £10.50. £10.50. £10.50. It's slowing down now. I think Charlotte's giving him the sign. £10.50. £10.50. Going once for £10 for this gentleman here. To Mike Gardner. Going twice for £10. Thank you very much, Sam. Well done. Well done, boys.
VSA book.
Why are we waiting?
White, 190. 190. Oh, that's a change. Red, 289. Red again, 213. 213, let me see it here. Come on. White, 177. 177. Red, 458. Stay there.
Well, that's
Red, 443.
Me?
Wrong colour. Belts it, Regine.
443. Here we go, back on white. 550, white. Here's another one. White, 131. There it is. Red, 141. Red. Red, White, 135. Yeah.
Oh, you can move it.
You want to forget?
Red, all the twos, treble two.
Two, double two.
Two.
Red? Red? Red, yes, all right. That's how you call it.
Oh, there you go, move again. And what do you... Yes, thank you.
Does it make you happy? White, 8-0. 80. Red, 293. Red, 354. Red. White, 525.
So that Alan Corbett again, he comes up every time.
Red one. 4, 3, 4. This lady here is 112.
Oh my God!
White, 343.
Sandra. Sandra. Look up her room, bring the two big cake then.
White, 109. Red, 258. 258, red. We had that sugar on there. Nothing up beside White, 125.
Excuse me, can I just have
Coming down, white, 112. Red, 188. 188.
You're all okay.
Roll again. White, 23. That'll soon do that.
does what she said. When he said,
Red one, 379. Red, white, 140. White, 140. Now the Hunt family finished one. White, 489. 489.
You better put it in again.
Oh, we're right down the bottom. White, 14.
Oh, the woolly hat.
The set of chimney sweeping instructions go with that hat. White, 141. 141. Red, 487. Red, 487.
485.
Hold on, it's 487.
Very near.
Brian's gone, bro. White, 330. 330 white.
When he said 3-3, I thought it was gold.
Red, 179. 179 red.
not quite.
White, 145. Oh, that's funny again. Let it go. Red, 181. 181.
There's some on the table.
White, 442. White. Gradually getting down to the interesting prizes. Red, 439. 439.
Gracious wants something.
Never seen it.
Red, 226. Red. 226. Red.
That's yours.
No claiming.
Yeah, she's here.
226. White, 168. Yes!
If you didn't want to see.
White again, 172. Last one, red, 215. Well, there's only one to have, so you don't need to I would like initially to thank Sandra for her efforts in getting around selling the tickets and getting things organised. I must secondly thank all the people who donated the prizes and for everybody participating in the draw, and it was a very credible effort. Thank you very much. Before we wrap up, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. England set a small competition on the run, and he has got a couple of replies or answers.
I think it's
P.B. Wood.
They put race for block for millstones. When the millstones got blocked, they used to have to lift them out without wedge and wedge it underneath to clear the stone. And the other one, some people come up with different answers, but as mill flour don't flow very quick, and it's a bit stubborn to go down in the bags. It's a bag shaker. So they hang it up, and they actually, when they walk by, they just give it a shake so the mill flour is running. So the pot honey goes to...
Thank you, Dave. Just a minute, ladies and gentlemen, before you wrap that up, I didn't give Mr. England permission to leave the parade ground. If he would like to come back up here, it has been decided to award Dave one of our machine registers as a token of our appreciation as his year as president of the Dorset section of the MCC. And I take great pleasure in giving Dave a copy of the MCC machine register.
Thanks for having me as president. I've really enjoyed this year, and I only wish I could have done more for the club. But my heart's within it. Nothing else. But thank you very much for this.
The riders finally leave Lidlinch with their raffle prizes, looking forward to the new year of the MCC runs.
Wish that bloke.
Oh, God, he's here again. Tell me that bit, but I'm going to Maybe they'll walk into a puddle. It's terrible.